has had a couple of connection issues throughout the day as well, with Dummy and Clockwork both having issues in Series 1 and Series 2. Hopefully best of 3, this third BO3 will not have any connection issues, and we'll have a definitive answer for who is the best. We've had our fair share of little connection problems, but overall the games have been pretty incredible. Looking at these team compositions again, basically the same thing once more. Lucio, Pharah, Mercy, Reinhardt on both sides, with the 2 flex positions being D.Va and McCree on offense, and Roadhog and Soldier on defense. You can see defense all posted up here on the back ledge, while offense, basically all of them exit through that bottom exit together behind Reinhardt's shield. We're going to watch Coolmat's first-person point of view, since he has been actually just destroying, for the most part, on offense with McCree. He's had some really solid pickoffs and some really solid ults throughout the series so far. Looking for those squishy targets. First checkpoint is actually about to be reached. This is a checkpoint. In casuals, it can actually be really hard to even reach this section if you've got Bastions and Torbjorns and your players don't know what they're doing, but these pro players obviously have a little bit quicker instincts here. Talespin getting smashed in the face by Mesrawr. They're actually not going to reach the first checkpoint just yet. Watching Mercy's POV on offense for a brief time here. Mercy does not get a lot of love from the POV because mostly it's just kind of cluttered. You see all your teammates through walls. You see this giant beam all the time. You see this meter all the time. So it's just kind of hard to watch Mercy's POV. We'll watch Lucio's POV from the ground so we can actually keep tabs on the payload as well. With only defensive Reinhardt contesting, they might actually get through here. No! Hammer down means that Reinhardt and company will actually just flatten them. They have not reached that first checkpoint still. Let's switch around here and see if we can find somebody still alive. Yep, we've got Chump here on Reinhardt, waiting for his team to come right back out of that spawn just behind him. This is kind of a tough spot here for them to get through. They are going to want to take the stairs up. This is something very important in casual games as well. You really need air control at this first payload because you don't ever want people dropping down behind you. You definitely don't want them dropping down and doing things like Death Blossoms or Soldier ults. So it's very important to keep air control as you return to the payload in this section of the map. Roadhog is very likely going to die. Yes, he does, to that combo of Hubris players. Talespin and company moving forward now. They have secured the first checkpoint, so they check a box on the little list here for Gibraltar. Gibraltar has a total of 1, 2, 3 checkpoints, and then the very end. It is a full payload map like Dorado, unlike Hollywood. So the payload is here all the way from the beginning. We've got Talespin boosting himself up just in time to take out Mercy. He's got that barrage available as well. Direct rocket onto Seagull is going to mean that this payload will move into the second checkpoint very easily as well. D.Va jumping down, trying to contest, but she backs off of the actual payload, so it's going to move into position, and they're going to be at 6 minutes and 30 seconds now to move through the hangar into the next checkpoint. Pharah shelling away at Mercy, trying to find that soft, gooey center and destroy her for good. Not actually going to get a ton done, as she will manage to live through that onslaught. He's still got barrage available, still looking for that good time to use it. He does fly up in Seagull's face along with Winston to try and take her out. Mercy does die in this instance, and the payload is going to have some freedom to push. Barrage goes down, but Defensive Matrix is popped instantly by whichever D.Va that was, Enigma or Clockwork. Impossible to know with the spectator client, but that's beta. Either way, good negation on the ult, but the payload is going to continue moving with quite a few players. We've got double D.Va on defense, along with that that foursome of Mercy, Pharah, Lucio, Reinhardt, the two duos that we constantly see for ground and sky. Pharah just shelling away on attack here still. Talespin just living forever on this attack wave. The payload is about halfway through the hangar now. Barrage available once again. Lucio did just pop his ult, so he's going to want to wait for that. Defensive Matrix pop. There's the perfect spot. Oh my goodness. During the res, manages to take out several players there with that barrage, and the payload is going to move very swiftly as only Coolmat right now is dead on the offense. They're hopping all over the place. D.Va's trying to contest. Seagull trying to find some squishy targets. Wow, Mercy actually protected Talespin in time from Seagull to actually kill him with a lethal rocket. So good movement by everyone on the attacking team now. Defense finally trickling back in, and they do finally regain control. Let's watch Minstrel now. He just popped his ultimate to give everyone a health boost, but there's not everyone with him right now. Very few attackers actually on the payload. Only Pharah, really. Barrage coming down from Seagull on defense. Oplaid trying to get a good view as well. Offensive Reinhardt ult flattens the defense, though. They've got 4 dead now. Enigma and Mesrawr, the tanks, are the only ones trying to contest. So this is the 3rd checkpoint on Gibraltar, and then it's on to the final area here to try and complete the map. Talespin now back on Pharah. This is a great place for Pharah to rain from above. Basically, she's got open skies. She can shoot from anywhere. She also has this area on the left of Talespin where you can fly up and over and get into the backline of the defense very easily. The defensive area on Gibraltar is kind of tough to work with. You only have 2 little areas that you can walk out of, so if offense does wipe you, they can basically camp your spawns and keep you from contesting at all. Payload is moving up the road now. We're on the last bend here on Gibraltar with about 6 minutes left to work with.
I have secured the payload. Let's move.
Okay, we've got offensive Roadhog coming in now. Raz switching off of his second tank for Roadhog for that sustain. He can heal himself and catch some hooks on players camping the bridge. For example, this Seagull, the Talespin just flies right in the face of, forcing him off the bridge to allow his payload some breathing room. They are going to continue pushing here. D.Va ult goes down. Let's actually move as soon as I get a second here. If defense does reclaim control, I will move the free cam, but if I go there right now, we're going to have a lot of flying to do, so we'll just keep watching Talespin shelling away. He's got that Esper support, takes out the enemy Mercy. I think they're actually going to complete this push. Let's actually switch over to Minstrel with that Lucio. He's got an ultimate ready. This could be a big final push for them, as that D.Va suit is destroyed there. Very last checkpoint, just dead ahead of them now. If he drops the beat, I feel like they're going to be able to engage and probably get it. Oh, defensive res, that's what he was waiting for. Now he drops the beat. Excellent timing there from Minstrel on the Lucio ult. Defense does have 3 members dead right now. They should be able to slide right in here and set a respectable time. It is contested right now. D.Va can be very annoying to try and deal with. But Lucio just staying on top of the payload. They are camping the spawns now. As I mentioned before, it is very difficult to break out of this defensive area once you've been wiped on defense. So the Mercy res, not going to be enough. You see Mesrawr switching to Mei at the very end along with 4 D.Vas, but that's not going to be enough. Hubris posts the time by completing this attack round on Gibraltar.
It's
This might still. Nerf this.
Time to beat is 6:42. Okay, so Hubris doing a great job on offense. Talespin just doing a great job nailing everyone there. We had Coolmat69 on McCree doing a lot of work as well. Good timing on all the ultimates. Everything went according to plan there for Hubris. Now it's going to be NotEnigma's turn to attack and see if they can post a time better than 6 minutes 42 seconds. They do have to complete the map. If they don't reach any of these checkpoints, they will lose this first game here on Gibraltar and will go into game 2. I'll update you guys on the giveaway. Promote the player streams. All right, not a bad idea. Okay, yeah, so show the players some loves, link some Twitch streams of some of these players that you recognize and watch their streams so others can enjoy them as well. There's also the competitive Overwatch team. On the top of my page here, it says AskJoshy playing Overwatch on competitive Overwatch. Competitive Overwatch is a stream team set up by Twitch, actually, for some Overwatch aspiring pro players and casters like myself. That's always a great source for some competitive streams, so might want to give that a follow as well. Just the players that are in the event here. I don't actually have all the links, and I'm about to cast, so if you guys want to do that, give them some shout-outs. Seagull, Oplaid, Enigma, Mesrawr, Clockwork, and Dummy attacking now against Esper, Talespin, Chump, Coolmat69, Roz, and Minstrel. The team compositions are very, very familiar, and here we go into the attack round for NotEnigma. I'm going to watch Seagull's POV as the Rocket Queen Pharah. Trying to get some free shots on Reinhardt up at the top. Does actually manage to break the barrier down pretty quickly. Looks like the enemy McCree Coolmat is actually being damage amped to try and get some shots on the incoming players. Defense just swarming that payload. It has moved very quickly over to the first payload checkpoint. But they, again, are getting stalled out here at the bottom of the trench. You have to have that air control that we talked about. That's why Pharah and Mercy are such a just disgustingly good combo. They can fly. That's essentially all there is to it. Pharah can take off, Mercy can keep up. No one else can really deal with that. They just have to shoot them down. And on a map like this where you've got an above area and a below area, you need that air control or Pharah's just going to rain down on you all day long. Thank you, Deathblow, in the chat for linking the player streams. I appreciate it, buddy. Okay, damage amp from Dummy onto Seagull, trying to pick off a Lucio at long range. Got at least a piece of him. You can hear those hits register. They did reach the first checkpoint, so only a few more to go now. It does seem like their time is a little bit slower coming around the bend here. Defense doing a good job keeping them at bay. Let's go ahead and switch over to Clockwork on McCree, trying to take a flank position here, but I think they did see him. It looked like Talespin was chasing him up the stairs just a second ago. Yeah, Lucio's there as well, so he's not going to get the deadeye of his dreams, most likely. No, he's going to get taken out by Talespin. Back onto Seagull now with damage amp and that barrage ready to go. Getting some free shots on Reinhardt over the shield there. Good job angling it. Talespin actually getting a big chunk of his life taken out as well. If we had health bars, you would know that. I know that because I play Pharah all day long. Roadhog getting popped by a couple of rockets here. He's going to use his ultimate to try and keep them at bay. We've got two offensive Pharahs actually now. Is that right? No. Sorry. That was just my mistake. That was the defensive Pharah Talespin that we saw there. So the payload having a tough time pushing around to the next checkpoint. Offensive Reinhardt ult and an offensive barrage try to get the job done, but Talespin and Minstrel alone doing a great job just cleaning them up. We do have a defensive Mercy Res and now an offensive Mercy Res, but it does miss Winston and Pharah. They're going to have to run back. And Clockwork, actually. So the offense stalled out. Even though they used that Mercy Res, they're essentially all dead. And we're going to actually move the free cam now to adjust. Last time we didn't have it because I was too slow. Camera hijacking is real. It did just switch to that player without me even touching anything, so good to know there that there's still a little bit of spectator bug. Let's try and get out from behind that rain so we can see everything. There we go. Clockwork on Soldier now instead of McCree. We'll watch him get some damage amp as he jumps up onto the top ledge here. Very good position for Soldier to take if he can actually get near Pharah, but you don't want to get too close because Rocket Splash will basically just destroy you. Gosu Gamers is now hosting us for 307 viewers. Thanks very much to Gosu Gamers. Big shout out to Gosu Gamers and their Overwatch content. You guys should definitely check them out as well. They ran a tournament today, and I hope everyone had a great time with that as well. But back here at King of the Watch, we have Seagull and company trying to attack in and beat this time at the bottom of your screen. Right now they're having a tough time just even reaching the second checkpoint. They are a little bit behind, if memory serves, just reaching this one. So could have a tough time in the hangar. Hubris did a great job clearing that hangar very quickly. Here we go. Seagull getting the damage amp, looking for some juicy targets. Reinhardt is the first obvious one, but now that he's in the backline, Mercy is a great target. He does actually splash damage himself a little bit there and helps Talespin eliminate himself there. Helps Talespin eliminate Seagull, I should say. McCree coming in, being played by CoolMat69, not actually getting much done here against Clockwork. Clockwork up on the upper flank now. He does have his ult. Is he going to choose to pop it? He's kind of outnumbered here. It might be a waste, but he does pick off that Pharah, so it means he's a little bit safer against Roadhog and Reinhardt. Trying to pick him off. Doesn't even get enough damage in on Mercy or anyone. No kills for Clockwork here on Soldier. Not going to work out for him. Barrage available once again on Seagull. 2.5 minutes left to reach this checkpoint, and they are finally rounding the corner here. He was in the air just enough to dodge the Reinhardt ult. Tries to ult Reinhardt himself. Reinhardt does go down, but he is going to trade that Pharah flop. Unfortunately, we've got a Talespin defensive ult. Looks like it is going to actually kill a few offensive members as well. Dummy pops the trigger on the Resurrect, though, and they are going to be able to move in here pretty easily. They've got a couple of blue players in range of the payload to try and contest, so we'll see if they manage to jam them up or not, but that payload is ready to move. 3 players in the corner is easy pickings for Seagull to just shoot into the corner, deal tons of damage with that splash on his rockets. Roadhog getting in the face with the hook, and he does manage to take out Seagull. Good follow-up there from him. Oplaid on attack on Lucio, trying to build his ultimate and get this payload pushing. They have 3 minutes and 50 seconds here to try and get through the hangar. This is a very, very tough choke point. I consider this one harder than the end for the most part. It can be very difficult with all the various rooms on the sides, the shuttle placements that you can have. There's lots of opportunity for jukes and things like that. I'm going to watch Clockwork on Soldier and see exactly that. He's going to try to flank once he gets in here. He's up at the shuttle now, trying to deal with this McCree that's up here. He's waiting for him to pop out. He doesn't know that he's on the other side of the shuttle already shooting down at his teammates. Now Soldier gets in on the action. Payload has actually moved pretty far. They're actually in sight of that checkpoint at the end of the hangar. This is very interesting to me that this hangar has been so easy, or at least they make it look easy for Hubris and NotEnigma. Soldier finally going down there. Let's go ahead and take Seagull's vision again as he's still up and at him, trying to do some work with Pharah. They are going to need to regroup. Just under 3 minutes left. All right, damage amp once again from Dummy, looking for whoever he can hit. Roadhog is going to be a nice big target, and he cannot shield himself, so he's going to take big chunks of damage every single time. Splashing himself a little bit there on accident with 2 different shots. Seagull needs to fall back. He does get the Lucio ult to help him stay alive, and Mercy gets him back to full health. Shelling away at the shuttle, does get a couple of partial hits on Pharah. Payload's still not moving, though. They have 2 tanks just sitting there with Raz and Reinhardt both chilling on the payload. Still looking for that juicy barrage target. If he can hit 2 or 3 players at once, that's what he's going to be looking for. CoolMat getting a little bit of trouble there, it looked like. Yeah, he got hooked and destroyed. Back on Seagull, looking for that barrage. The payload is not moving right now. Defense does have full control. Hubris, Talespin and company doing a great job on defense, stalling them out. Reinhardt's shield does get up in time to save Chump. Enigma, Hubris popping that Lucio ult as well. Let's take Clockwork as the basic only surviving member of the offense. No, he's going to be down as well. Let's go ahead and fly the free cam in so we can get a better look. With only 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining, we're probably going to end up with some epic battles here at the end checkpoint. Game 1 might go to Hubris if this continues for another 90 seconds. NotEnigma does have to reach that checkpoint. I believe time has probably already expired, but we will know for certain in the next 90 seconds anyway. Esper reses the defense. It looks like they are going to maintain control, at least for now. Let's switch to Clockwork as Seagull is down. Soldier trying to do what he can. He is really effective at single targets, but if he's alone on the front line, it can be very difficult to pick people off. It is basically GG. Yep, we can RM G2. Okay, so they are going to say